right? Send her forward. Get a reaction forward to your leg.
What do you mean that is?
Leo, I don't see anything happening. Send her forward. Bigger strides. That's right. Yes. Good. Now circle like that.
What can me and Zal do?
And think not fast, just forward. Just big steps. Here's perfect. Okay, feel this rhythm. This is what we want. So she's taking big, slow, pushing steps. That's perfect. So now let's do a half circle change direction in that trot. Good trot, Leo. Good energy there. So Leo, I want you to think about which way she's looking. And when you're on a circle or when you're going on the short side and into the corner, she needs to be looking to the inside. So try that here on a circle. And just see if you can see her inside eyelashes and her inside nostril. Now when you go to bend, not like this, keep your thumb on top. Feel like when you're working your fingers, they're going right to your elbow. So Leo, here I want to see you prepare your left bend. Keep her attention to the inside. Look left. Oh, wrong side there, Ellie. Leo, I'd rather see you cut that corner a little bit than confront her with the issue. We need to slowly get her used to it, okay? So she doesn't need to be that close to the mower right now. Just give yourself an extra 10 feet of room, right? And if you get her like this going by the mower, she's going to start to forget about it. Better bending there, Leo. And good for you to get to hard on that inside leg when she wasn't listening. Ellie, you need to be off the wall, please. Good, so show me your bigger trot again. More. That's right. So there's her lengthen. Now bring her back to your regular trot. We'll call that a working trot. Working though, not dawdling. Circle, find your regular rhythm. Left bend, left fingers working the inside bit ring. That's right, you're doing a really good job with your inside leg. We want the inside rein just sometimes to remind her about looking, about where her neck needs to be. Good, now Leo, think about keeping a little more consistent feel on the reins. Elbows bent. Feel that you've got a little bit of weight in both your hands. Just like you're holding the bit between your hands. Good, and circle. So as your legs are there consistently and your contact starts to get consistent, she's going to start to offer some roundness through her body. Right, she gave you a few steps there. And we want that to kind of just be the ends of the right kind of riding, right? So you're not trying to get her head down, that's not the idea. The idea is that you're riding consistently from your leg to your contact of her mouth. As you start doing that, you're sending energy forward and you're keeping that energy, and she will start to get rounder in her body. Okay, so we've done lots and lots of regular trot. We've done some lengthened trot. Let's do some transitions now. So walk transition and then trot forward. Keep her looking left. Think about your smooth contact down the reins. And half circle change rein. Okay, Leo, so now you can start gathering up your reins. Making sure you've got her looking left, looking inside. And let's trot forward.
I think I'm not gonna
ride Sunday,
So right away you're setting your regular trot rhythm. And think also, Leo, about your contact. When you started to trot, there was quite a good loop in your reins. So make your reins short enough that there's a straight line to her mouth. And then from there, the legs pressing her into the bend are going to start pressing her into roundness as well. I like that. Good sign when she blows her nose. Now sitting trot circle. Sitting trot circle. Feel her mouth, even in both hands. Circle again, Leo. Slow down a little. That's right. You want to be right in the middle of the trot, right? Not fast, not slow. You want her to be holding the rhythm the same. Good. Stay on a circle here for a moment. And I want you just to think about letting your thighs come back, keeping your legs back a little bit more on her belly. Good. And let's drop your stirrups. Slow. Good. Just talk to her there. Give her a little pat. Say easy. She was just surprised when they first bounced against her belly. Good. Good. So feeling contact all the way down the insides of your legs. Go straight. Same rhythm. Whoa. And rising trot. No stirrups. Good. Point your thumbs forwards. And sitting trot circle there. Keep her looking to the left. Good. Work that inside rein. And rising trot. Talk to her. Half halt. Shorten her up when she wants to speed away. Good. And sitting trot again. Make sure you're breathing. Now, the trot should be the same here with no stirrups as it was with stirrups, right? So if she's a little anxious, you've got to work on settling her down, finding that same good rhythm again. Half circle reverse. Hands even. Feel both sides of her mouth. Yes. Stroke her neck there. Tell her she's good. Yeah, that time she kept a nice working rhythm. And rising trot.
So all these little girls, like this song is like just like a techno song.
Good. Just check your posting diagonal there. And then think about the right bend past the corner, especially when she wants to find something to spook at. Good, Leo. And sitting trot. Good. Inhale up through your chest. Exhale down through your shoulders, okay? So your shoulders stay away from your ears. Lovely here. Lovely. And circle. Good. So she starts to offer a little bit of roundness there. Circle again. We still need the bend to be a little more consistent from the beginning of your circle to the end of your circle. Feel her mouth here. Feel her mouth, even on both sides of her mouth. So Leo, if you look at me, when she starts to curve, your hands are going to have to curve a little bit to follow that, right? She starts to bend right. You need to give your outside hand a little bit forward so your hands are on the same turn that she's doing.
Should I do another circle?
Yeah. Yeah, looking lovely and you're sitting here. So here, think about where she's looking. Make sure you're directing her energy on the shape that you want her to be looking. Okay, Leo, take your stirrups back. Even contact, sitting trot still. Okay, preparation and halt when you're ready. Halt. And trot on. So we're going to do some trot halts. So our warm-up is taking a while here, but what we're working on is basically we've done the establishment of rhythm in the trot. Then we did some forward and back to test her reaction. Now we're testing her reaction in an even bigger way by changing gait. So we did some trot walks, now we're doing trot halt. So I want you to be in sitting trot, you're gonna go sitting trot, halt, and then trot forward in sitting trot. Good. Eyes up. Trotting on. Good, excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and ask for the canter. Start on a big circle up here. Make sure you've got her attention to the inside of the circle. I like how quiet she is. Good. Here you have to actually close your leg and ask for a little bit more impulsion in the canter. Now circle. Think about her ribs bending out. Make sure she's looking in so her whole body is on the curve. Beautiful there, Leo. Wonderful. Okay, trot transition. Good. Make sure your stirrup is just right. You've got an even feel on both reins. Lovely here. Nice, quiet, working rhythm. Now, Leo, do you know what I mean if I say simple change?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's pick up canter again. And then you're going to find a spot to do a simple change across the ring onto the left lead. You can circle first in canter if you like. And then when it's time to do your simple change, make sure you get some good trot steps before you canter. Yep, across the ring where you can. Take your time. Okay, so you got the job done, but the big head shaking she did tells me that you were a bit rough with your hands. Circle here, let's work on the left lead for a bit, and then we're gonna go back to some simple changes. Do you feel how lovely she is here, right? Rhythm is good, bend is good. You've got nice control over both sides of her body. Good, squeeze her forward there. One thing to keep aware of is when you're circling and you get to the wall, she tends to slow down. Make sure your outside leg is there, that she doesn't get too close to the wall, and that you're still keeping energy in her step. Good, one more circle again. Really think about your outside leg. Imagine there's no wall there. Make sure you're turning, turning, turning. Good, now prepare a simple change across the ring again. Be smooth with how you ask for the trot. Right, leg to body to rein, good. Okay, simple again. Uh-oh. Okay, walk us up. Now you need to be a little more clear there, Leo, with asking for the right lead. Your left leg, your outside leg, needs to be a little more back. Okay, it's kind of right at the girth. You need to draw it back behind the girth. And then your body needs to be opening to the right, okay? So your chest turning right, your inside hand a little bit more away from her neck than it would normally be. Call that an opening rein when your hand goes out more to the side. So all of those things, the outside leg back, you looking and turning your body to the inside, and the little bit of an opening inside rein, those are all invitations for her to pick up that lead. So let's go back, start on the left here, and we'll do that one again. The trot transition was beautiful, but then you need to take an extra minute, put your leg back, turn your body, and then ask. A little more forward here, right? Feel how she's a little grinching and not listening to your leg. Good. Stay on the trot circle. You just walk a second. I'm just gonna adjust your nose band here.
Should it be tighter?
This part needs to be tighter. So with a flash, this part of the nose band is called the cavesson. The cavesson needs to be tight or snug. A flash can be effective. So, and part of that is so that your flash doesn't end up too low on the nose where it's impeding their airway. Okay, but right now everything was just a bit too loose, so I think I can go to the tighter one. So I tightened up your nose band 2 holes. Okay, see how snug it is now? And then this one is a little bit looser than the nose band, so I can fit about 1 finger where the nose band is and 2 where the flash are. Okay, good. Try that again. So remember, before you ask for the new lead of canter, leg back, look, open your body and open your rein. Here you've got to deal with the forward issue, right? Feel how she's sucking back, she's grinching, she's pinning her ears a little bit. Just get the work happening again. That's right. Now think about your bend, right? She's got to accept your aids here, so you can do all of this in the setup of the trot. Come. Right now. Right now. Come. That's it, exactly. She's got to take you a bit more seriously, right? She's kind of grumbling like, yeah, whatever, right? And you need to say, no, this is important. We need to do this right now. That's right, that's right. Power in that left leg. Yes, Leo. Then tell her she's good, and then canter. Exactly, so that we don't bug her for too long. We just get right down to business. Turn your body. Oh, almost. Try again. That was much better, Leo. So right before you ask for it, I want you to lift and work your inside rein a little bit, okay? She's being a little bit difficult on this side. So that'll should just help make it really clear. So go ahead, lift that inside rein, good. What that does is it helps to bring her shoulder up and then she can step through easier. So now let's trot and change rein, and we're gonna try that across the diagonal again. Now Leo, I don't mind at all if you wait until you're right towards the corner before you ask, okay? We wanna set her up for success here. You're more likely to get it heading into the turn than you are on a straight line, so let's do that, okay? Really good, Leo. Praise her and take a walk break. Good, so praise her and walk. She's a sweaty beast. Let's give her a few minutes here just to relax. And then let's get jumping. Good girly. Yeah, so in that canter, she does prefer the left lead. Okay, so if it's a 50-50 chance, she's gonna choose the left one. And then you just need to take that extra second to get yourself ready before you ask.
And I was also on the wrong trot lead too.
Okay, so that might have mixed up your feel a little bit, or your timing a little bit. Okay. All right, just keep her walking. Yeah, she's a sweaty beast. Let's start in trot just to give you a feeling of the bend of this line, Leo. And you're gonna kind of use half the ring. You're gonna trot into this one and canter to that one. So your goal is to go from the middle of this jump to the middle of that jump on an even curve. Now I want you as well to count your strides.
One thing she may have a problem with is when she jumps, if she's heading for 2 jumps, she jumps it, and then she gets her strides all wrong. So one would be right and the other one would be wrong.
Right.
And then she'll get it right after the next jump.
Right.
Really gets annoying.
All right, well, let's see how she does with this exercise. She's actually done this exercise already this week. So she's gonna have a little idea of how it is. But for you, we're gonna trot in at the beginning here to get you used to the curve and how you've got to steer to the second jump. Okay? Now make sure she's listening and forward thinking here after your walk break. Now just circle in front of me here, Leo. So I would actually go out, just go around the oxer. Give yourself a little bit more room for your approach.
Yeah, seems a bit.
Yeah. So just work on setting your rhythm, right? Consistency now. So she's already organized in rhythm for the jump. Beautiful. Good. So she jumped in really good form there, Leo. Back to trot. Let's do that again. I want you to think about when you go into 2-point over the jump, just think about sliding your hands forward and your body is going to follow your hands, okay? What you're doing right now is a little bit quick with your body, okay? We want it to be smoother than that and not actually as low to her neck, okay?
Good boy.
So if you have your legs on and you think about sliding your hands forward, your upper body is going to stay a little bit taller. Good, little bit of inside bend. Make sure you've got her attention, right? She should be looking towards the jump. Rhythm. Good, hands forward. Love it, beautiful. Okay, walk and praise her. So there you were in a nice 2-point, your hips were bent. I call that tall 2-point, okay? So we want tall 2-point so that the horse jumps up towards your body, rather than you going towards her and squishing her jump. Okay, so we're gonna do this in canter now. Now you've been doing a nice 5 strides on the curve trotting in. So how many do you think you'll get cantering in? Maybe 4. Yeah, and I agree, because especially on a curved, a bending line like this, your track is going to have a huge influence over your number of strides, right? So if you do exactly the same track that you did trotting in, probably you're going to get 4, because usually when you canter in, you've got more momentum, your horse covers a little bit more ground. Having said that, these are very small jumps, so probably in the 4, you're going to have to push just a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Now the 5 isn't wrong either, but if you're doing 5, you'd probably need a bit more bend in your track. So let's go for the same track, a little more forward ride, and aim to do 4 with your outside leg really shutting the door that she doesn't go out on her track. So rhythm in the canter, just like you had it in the trot. Think of energy, not speed. There we go, smoothly covering the ground. Both legs on. Woo, she jumped it well. Okay, let's come one more time, Leo. She was just a little underly, oh, I can't talk. She was a little bit not responsive when you told her to go forward, right? She was kind of half asleep in her canter. So you don't need more speed, but think of having a little more sharpness, a little more attentiveness. Here, is she listening to your leg? Leg, 2, leg, 2, leg. And she's pooing. Come on, come on, come on. Good job. Left bend, come again. Good, I like the bending circle there. Now come again, a little bit strong and purposeful in your ride so that she's covering ground with each step. Good approach, keep this canter. Beautiful. Good job. Could you feel you got a little bit quick with your body? Her canter was great. Okay, let's tell her she's good. Praise her up and let her have a little breather. So that time you had a better forward response to your leg. And then she had just a little more momentum that carried her to the next jump. Right? Rather than sort of popping over this and landing, not going anywhere. Well, helps keep her in the middle. Again, you need to be really committed with both your legs. Make sure the outside leg is not letting her drift off your track. In the same way, the inside leg is almost like you're putting a pole on this side and telling her she can't go any farther, right? So the inside leg guards the inside of the track and the outside leg keeps her turning. So one more time in canter, nice forward thinking canter, cover the ground and get the 4 strides done in here. And then we'll walk if we like it and prepare to go the other way, okay? But one more time like this. Purposeful and strong in your leg, right? She's probably getting a little bit tired. So you need to be the one who reminds her and keeps her energetic and attentive. Yes, I like it already, Leo. Good, keep the leg, keep covering the ground. Stretch up. Go, 2, 3, 4. Good job, now praise her. Good, and walk break. Now, do you know here why I said stretch up? she was in that, it was a little bit of an awkward distance, okay? So basically what had happened was that your last stride, she was either going to leave the ground really far away, or the last stride was going to be a little bit shorter than all the others. And we'd rather have her shorten up, jump, and then go forward to the next jump, right? Then, like, because at this point, that's too long. Especially if her canter is getting bigger and bigger, and then you get here and then she throws herself over, she's going to be really long and flat, and then it's going to be hard to steer and organize to the next one, right? So better in that moment, you've got your two options. You're just going to say, whoa, fit in the last stride, and then you can ride to your next jump. Does that make sense? If you were here, right, she can jump that long, no problem, right? But there's a big difference in how much she's going to have to stretch to reach for that jump. And the problem is when they stretch from too far back, then they're going to land out of balance, right? So then it's hard to organize for the next jump. So you and her did exactly what I wanted there, okay? You fit that last stride in, and then you carried on. Good. Okay, Leo, so let's prepare. We're going to do the same exercise off the right. We're going to canter it right from the get-go here. So same job, setting your good canter, jumping in straight, looking, keeping her between the inside guarding leg and the outside turning leg, so you get her middle to middle. So that trot's pretty weak, right? I would go back to walk. And then now that your reins are short, you can ask for the trot and get energy right from the beginning. That's better. You want to be a little bit careful with kind of getting the trot and then shortening up your reins and everything, because that just kind of confirms to her that she doesn't need to be that focused. Now think about your body position, opening and lifting your inside rein a touch. Make sure she's looking right. Good. Yeah, I agree. I like this canter. Just make sure you're connected, both your legs on, straight.
Whoa, Blaze.
Now you did a good thing there, which was that when the distance was coming up awkwardly, your leg got really strong. Okay, that was excellent. But then you need to be careful that you don't pull back, right? Got to keep your hands forward when she jumps, even if it means grabbing some mane. Because
I tried to slow down, and I tried to keep her going, but she kind of just started slowing down.
yeah, she did a little chip, and I think the reason she did that was because she was a bit surprised by the jump. She's like, I need another second here. So she kind of changed her rhythm and stuck in a little extra stride there, which is always awkward for us, right? But again, we don't want to punish her for jumping. So when she does jump, if you pull back, and it's just a balance thing, right? If you accidentally pull back, it's kind of punishing the moment that she tried to jump. So even if the distance is really awkward or you get thrown out of your balance, try to get your hands forward and out of the way. Hello. I'm going to make this smaller the first time. Let's just give her the benefit of the doubt, just in case she's just feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Sometimes horses get a little bit overwhelmed with a tall cross rail, even though where they need to jump isn't very big. They kind of see the sides of it and feel a little bit claustrophobic or whatever. So come again. Energy, not speed, not overly speed, right? Nice forward rhythmic canter. Make sure your outside leg is inches behind the inside one. Good. Directed. Yeah, that's okay. But now make sure as you go around that she's not starting to daydream, right? You've got to keep her focused on her job here.
And then ride. Okay. And then do the paddle. Okay. And then do the water.
Good, good effort. Now simple change. I was happy there that you kept riding. You look to your next jump. Let's set this up again. Look at your jump, Leo. Legs on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Turn, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Now praise her. If nothing else, she tried hard and she landed on the correct lead. Now because she's landing on the left lead here, and this is going to be our problem jumping her off the right, is that she prefers the left lead, right? So more often than not, she's going to be landing on her outside lead. And what that does here is it takes her away from your turn, right? And then you've got to fight really hard to get her back there. So here, let me give you something else to think about. Really happy with how you rode this the last couple times. Here, you need to be in the position like you're going to be in for right lead canter. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So come stand here so you can see what I'm looking at, because I want you to be looking at the inside standard and have your right hand pointing, I would say pointing to the jump cup on the right standard there. Yeah. So, excuse me, so not leaning your body down, right? Staying even, staying straight in your legs, but from your belly button to this shoulder, you're just turning your body and turning your hand. Okay? So you're looking at the standard, your hand is pointing towards the jump cup, right? And that's going to help you. And then this leg on now, staying on landing, helping you make that turn. Okay? Now, if everything goes according to plan there, what that's going to do is help you keep the right lead over this jump. And if she still manages to land on the left lead, if nothing else, your focus is already there and you're already getting your turning leg working now instead of 2 strides later. Okay? Nice, Leo. Now energize a little bit, right? She's a little bit at the bottom of her gas tank here, so you've got to create some energy that's not already there. Yeah, good. Good. Directed. Both legs. 1, 2, 1, turn. What a different track. Good for you, and praise her for the lead. Good, okay, awesome. Praise, praise, praise. So she still landed left lead canter, but instead of that drawing her out, because you were on top of it, she stayed on a very nice kind of inside track to get there. So of course, if you think about stride length in here, if your track goes out and then turns, you're giving yourself a lot more distance to cover, right? So then the 4 is going to feel really long, or you're going to end up with 5. When you snug that track up, then the 4 is right there. Okay, really good. I think that's good for her today. We could do more, but I feel like she's getting tired, and I don't want her to start making mistakes or she hits the jump or whatever because she's losing her energy. Okay, now, do you have any questions about your warm-up? Like right now, when you get on her, what's your plan for your warm-up?
Like sort of one walk around each way, and then kind of same with trot. But then I do serpentines as well, and then trot.
Yeah?
And then canter too. I do 4 serpentines usually.
Okay.
And
With simple changes?
and then I do going across the diagonal and doing simple changes.
Okay. Okay, good. So what I would want to see in your warm-up a little bit more then is more diversity in what you do in the walk. So in the walk, circling, serpentining, get your bend happening. Make sure she's going forward and coming back. And then once you get your trot, your first trot, like if you look at him, is just about finding a rhythm, right? Finding a trot that can stay the same, it's not fast, not slow. That's your first job, and then you do that at serpentines and circles and so on. The circles and serpentines start to get her bending, right? And then you add in your transitions. Trot, walk, trot, halt, and transitions within the gait too, right? So if you've got your regular trot, then you can press it bigger and then bring it back. Press it bigger, bring it back. And you can do that a couple of times, like down the long side, go half forward, half back, or do forward long side, bring her back on a circle. Or vice versa, right? You could do a shorter trot on the long side and then press her forward onto a circle. It's good for them to go forward on their circles as well, because often we shorten and then circle. So sometimes that develops a habit where you go to your circle and they start to slow down. And we don't want that. We want them always to be doing what you're asking. Okay. So play a little bit with your warm-up is kind of what I'm saying. And try to keep it mixed up. Keep it interesting for her. And if you feel like she starts going, yeah, I know what we're doing, and she starts walking before you ask that kind of thing, then change what you're doing. Okay? Good girl. You worked hard. You're all sweaty. I had her legs washed today and sprayed with that stuff for her scratches. So I don't think you need to do that today. But if you feel up to doing any little bit of mane pulling, you could certainly do that.
Okay.
And you just make sure all her mane is on the right side. Okay, and then you just choose the longest pieces and push it up and then pull straight down.
Okay.
You want to be pulling it out from the roots, not breaking it off. And hers comes out quite easily. Some horses you can't do it this way. But yeah, if you're up for that, that would be great.
Okay.
And then I always either brush her with a wet brush or just hose her down a bit when she's so sweaty. I'm afraid she was put away a bit sweaty because I saw her looking.
Saw all the salts.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'll talk to the girl who rode her this morning. I guess she didn't know that she needs to hose her down after. Okay, good stuff today. Jumping was fun?
Yep.
You had a couple launches, but she's jumping in good form. You'll see on the video she's got her knees up and she's trying hard, so you've just got to keep working on solving the leads, and a lot of it is just getting her focus, right? She needs to be thinking ahead a bit better, and that's in the flat work as well.